Hello and welcome to the Open Virtual Film Project. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Material Instance Library found on MediaFire. To start, you will need the Open Virtual Film Project plugin. It can be found on the Epic Marketplace for free, just by searching Open Virtual Film Project in the products, and it can be added to your project by clicking the Install to Engine button and selecting the version of the engine you want to be working in, 425 or 426. Once you have it installed to the engine, you need to open your project, edit, plugins, and enable the OVFP plugin, as well as the editor scripting utilities, the Python editor script plugin, and the virtual production utilities. Once those are all installed, it'll ask you to restart Unreal. Do that, and you have this project here. Now the last thing we want to do is in our content browser, click the View options, Show Plugin, Show Engine. That will get us the OVFP plugin content folder here. We'll get back to that in a minute. Once you have your Unreal project set up, you need to go to the media file link found in the description of this video and choose one of the zip files to download. You can examine the contents of each zip file by clicking on the guide.pngs. With that file downloaded, you're going to want to unzip it, and inside of the unzipped folder you will have a content folder. We're going to copy that folder into the root directory of your project. You will see that it also has a content folder. And as I copy, what it is doing is adding those to the content assets materials name of the material group, which in this case is abstract. So I have folders inside of there, and if I go back to my Unreal project and navigate to that folder structure, I have my materials here. To use these materials, you can apply them in any of the normal ways, by dragging and dropping them from the content browser, or by making a selection, going to the Materials tab of that static mesh, and clicking the arrow. If I want to edit this material, there are three ways I can go about it. The first of which is if this is my project and I want to edit everywhere this material shows up in the entire project, I can just double click and edit the material here. If I want to create an alternate version of this material for use in multiple locations of my project, I can duplicate the material with Ctrl W, and per my naming conventions, I'm going to name this MI Shared Text Abstract 1, which is the original name. Then I'm going to use a hyphen and give it a quick description. So I've got MI Shared Text Abstract 1 green. Double click into it, and from there I can use my art directability sliders on the right here to change this into a green material. Third way I can use this is if I'm in an art department and I'm working on a quick version of an environment, or I want a material that is associated only with the environment I am currently working on, is to take this material instance here. I'm going to Control C or Command C for copy, go into the environments folder, go into my Bonnieville environment, and inside of there I will have a materials folder. Double click into there and I can Control paste. From there I would be able to rename it with F2, name this with the suffix Bonnieville alt, and I can change the material from here. For this edit, I'm going to change the parent material of the object, which is similar to changing the shader of the object in different software programs. For that, I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom to the parent input, click the Browsed Swap Solid in the content browser. You'll see that it takes me to OVFP plugin content master materials surfaces. Alternatively, I could go to the paths directory on the left hand side of the screen, scroll down to OVFP content, then into master materials, surfaces, and I have my materials here. To edit this one, I want to create a gradient from the top to the bottom on this material. So I'm going to choose this Swap Solid gradient as my new parent material by dragging and dropping. Give it a second for the shaders to compile. And now I have a new set of parameters to play with. You will notice that it kept my base color normal and ORM material from the original material. Materials in the OVFP plugin all with the name mm_swap_, are all designed to keep as much information between the different instances as possible, as well as work with a few importers and exporters to create a more streamlined workflow. The fun thing with this material instance is now I can change it from green on the bottom to pink on the top. And I'm going to set it to use local space, wait for shaders to compile, and now I can apply it to some objects in the scene. With the material open, I'm going to jump to where that material exists in the content browser using Control B, drag and drop it onto my two cubes here. And now you can see my cubes have this nice gradient from green on the bottom to pink on the top. If I wanted to play around with exactly where that gradient shift happens, there are sliders for that. One quick note of caution is that you do not want to edit anything inside this OVFP plugin content folder, because the next time there is an update for this plugin, it might overwrite your work. If you want to create a master material with other features, I suggest copying and pasting one of these OVFP plugin master materials into the content folder of the project that you're currently working on and editing it from there. If you are going to edit them, if you look inside of them, they are built out of material functions, which make the editing process super quick and easy. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.